Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Talks Books. My name is Sky, and today I'm going to do a book haul, and I think it's going to be quite a little eclectic book haul. We're going to have quite a few classics, some translated literature, and some vintage sci-fi, just, some kind of little collector's items, and even an art book, okay? And this will be the last haul for a while, because I am going on a self-imposed book buying ban. Yeah, it's come to that. So let's dive right in. First off, we have some Thomas Hardy, Jude the Obscure. And this is a Penguin English Library edition. We got the orange spine. It looks more yellow there, but it is more orange in real life. This copy is from 1978, so not bad. So June Folly is he's a stonemason whose academic ambitions are thwarted by poverty and the indifference of the authorities at Christminster. So this is a haunting love story, because then he finds fulfillment in his relationship with Sue Brighthead. What a name. And they both flee from their previous marriages. So, a bit of dark academia, could you say? I know it's just stretching to call everything dark academia. Haven't read any Hardy before, so I'm very excited for this one. Next, we got Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. And I don't usually like movie tie-in covers. In fact, I hate them. But I'm feeling this one. I'm definitely making an exception for this one. Most of these I got in Oxfam, which is probably the most one of the most popular charity shops, thrift stores here in Ireland. And I heard that the book is very different from the movie, better than the movie. So I haven't seen the movie, so I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna watch the movie. And this one it's old and I love it. I am in love with this. So I'm super excited for this and to watch the movie and everything. Gonna make a weekend of it. Little weekend date. Next, we have another orange paperback. This one is in perfect condition. This one is The Hounds of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And this is it's in like too good condition. Like nobody read this. It's secondhand, but it seems brand new. And this one is, it's published in 1981. Like, they must have kept this in like a little baggie or something. Because it is in great condition. Just a little bit of spine crackage there. Again, I haven't read any Sherlock Holmes or anything, so I'm very excited for this one to be my first. We have I'm a little bit daunted by this next one. It's definitely going to be stretching me a little bit, but it is the Decameron by Boccaccio. This is volume 1, actually, and this is written in the 14th century, so it's gonna be a challenge. But yeah, the time is the glittering, dazzling 14th century. The scene is Renaissance Italy, and it's an immortal spot rendered so by the countless thousands who join in spirit that gay group beneath the shady trees of the garden. So yeah, I definitely haven't read any 14th century Italian literature before, but I think this is one where you can dip in and out of. It's got a bunch of short stories, but they're all connected. And this is, like I say, volume 1. So we'll see if I like it. I'll get volume 2. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on this one. But love this edition. Next, we have something a little bit easier. We've got The Little House on the Prairie. I used to watch this on Sunday morning before Mass. And the dad was a hottie. Anyone else feel like the dad was a nice wholesome, I would say cottagecore. I would say Little House on the Prairie is definitely cottagecore. Let's keep on track with the theme of children's classics. You have The Secret Garden. This, I have a very special video planned for this one. I've never read this. I think there was a TV show of it when I was a kid. Don't think I watched that either. Again, this is illustrated. Love it. Love it. Very excited to read this one. I've heard it is the perfect spring-summer read, so yeah, so stay tuned for to subscribe if you want to see the special video that I have planned for this. I don't want to hype it up too much, but it's going to be the best thing you ever saw. Next we are going to talk about, ooh, can you see it? Orlando, Virginia Woolf. I love the red spine. This is the Vintage Classics. And yeah, this and two other books I got from my darling beautiful besties for my birthday. I turned 32, let's not talk about it. And yeah, I'm very excited to read Orlando. It's, ooh, pictures. There's definitely a picture in it. I saw a picture, I'm not tripping. There we go, oh yeah. Pictures. The other Virginia Woolf they got me, Mrs. Dalloway. I've read this. If you want to hear my full thoughts on it, check out my April wrap-up. My two red spines, love to see it, love to see it. And I also got Animal Farm, which I have not read yet. I have read Orwell. I read his book of essays, Books v Cigarettes, and I loved it. So a bit strange that I started with a book of essays. I did that again with Rilke. Remember, I started with, if you watched my April wrap-up, you know that I started with his book of letters rather than his poetry. I just like to do things, I'm not like the other girls, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so this, really love this cover. I think this one was my dad's favorite book. I don't know, my dad loves Orwell. I think this is his favorite. So, next, where are we? I guess this is the last classic that I have to talk about. And it is Pugs of Prejudice. As you know, I'm trying to collect them all, of the classic tales. Got the picture of Dorian Greyhound. I read this last night. It was truly astounding. Absolutely loved it. And this is Pugs and Prejudice. And yeah, they're just funny little retellings. They're not really retellings, they're, yeah, I guess they are, of, I mean, the illustrations are just, but yeah, I'm going to be talking about this in my wrap-up because there's so many things that I loved about it. So actually another children's book, we get The Famous Five by Enid Blyton. I had a few of these books when I was a kid and I loved them. Oh, pictures. Again, we got the pictures. And yeah, honestly, this one is Five Go Off to Camp. I don't think I've read this one, or maybe I have. I don't know, it's hard to know which ones I read, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I basically want to have a collection of the Famous Five books and of Goosebumps, and I know I can just like probably buy them as a set, but I kind of I want the hunt of it, you know, the thrill. We're gonna go down a little brief side walk into, okay, I said translated literature at the start, but I'm sorry, there's only one. It's Japanese lit. We've got it's the Nakano Thrift Shop by Hiramo Kawakami. I think I didn't pronounce that too badly. And this one goes with Strange Weather in Tokyo. Look at that. Love these covers. Like I think I've said before, I don't usually like real people on covers, but when it's done just lovely, beautifully, simplistically and colourful like this, big fan. Inside, a jumble of bric-a-brac presided over by enigmatic ladies. Man, sorry. I was like, ooh, enigmatic ladies. It's a ladies' man. Mr. Nakano, and frequented by a host of curious customers, all with their own dramas and tales of loss. Basically, it's a love story set in a thrift store, which is great because I absolutely love thrift stores and oddities and little curiosity coves. And I love Japanese translated literature, so yeah. We got a big boy. We have got a big boy. And I have a fear of big boys. I got a fear of big books that I need to get over. I need to get over it. So we have The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, which is a popular masterpiece, an instant classic. It's kind of like, I think it's kind of a modern classic. It's historical fiction set in Barcelona. Hidden in the heart of the old city of Barcelona is the Cemetery of Forgotten Books, a labyrinthine library of obscure and forgotten titles. To this library, a man brings his 10-year-old son, Daniel, one cold morning in 1945. Daniel is allowed to choose one book, and from the dusty shelves pulls The Shadow of the Wind by Julian Carax. But as Daniel grows up, several people seem inordinately interested in his find. What begins as a case of literary curiosity turns into a race to find out the truth behind the life and death of Julian Carax and to save those he left behind. I mean, that just sounds so good. And I heard it is a great book for book lovers, so now we're gonna get on to the stack of retro sci-fi and mystery paperbacks. So we have The Far Out Worlds of A.E. Van Vogt, which is a very popular science fiction writer from that time. So this is a book of short stories. And this one is from 1973. It's in very, very good condition. And next we have Octagon, love this, by Fred Saberhagen. Imagine playing a game where portions of your own murder have been pre-recorded. Sounds pretty good. This is very creepy. I just love the covers. And this one is from 1981. Next we have a hardback, actually. Cinnabar by Edward Bryant. And it does have a bit of tearing, but I just discovered this. It's signed by the author. So I think that kind of makes up for it. It was signed in '79. So this, I guess, maybe he bought it at like a... And when is this copy from? Tracy L. Johnson, is it? So yeah, it's this is signed for Tracy, and she has one of those like stickers. So this was Tracy's. I hope Tracy is okay. Like, why did she get rid of this book? Like, surely it meant a lot to her. She's dead, isn't she? She is, I'm sure. I can't see when it was published, but obviously in the 70s. We have Return of the Emperor by Alan Cole and Chris Bunch. Many aspired to rule the eternal emperor's newly vacant place, but none could stand against the emperor's most loyal subject, Sten. Okay. And this one is from... Okay, this one is from 1990, which is not very old, okay? For instance, if you were born in 1990, you're not that old, you know? Still a spring chicken, you're not vintage. Okay. Next we're gonna go down to some mystery. We have Murder on the Yellow Brick Road. And this is like, someone had murdered a munchkin. The corpse lay bleeding on the yellow brick road that leads to the land of Oz. And yeah, it's a mystery detective story. And this is from 1977. So yeah, this is a, vintage crime. We have Grave Responsibility. Oh, look at that cover. Death seems to be working overtime on the affairs of the Clare family. And this one is from 1988. Shiny. Love shiny things. Like a little goblin I am. The Kinky Friedman Crime Club. Again, I love this cover with 3 short stories. We've got A Case of Lone Star, Greenwich Killing Time, and When the Cat's Away. And this one is from 1986. This one has definitely been loved. Love it. And look at the author there. Cool guy. Next we have Terry Pratchett, The We Free Men. And this is a Discworld novel. I haven't read any Terry Pratchett, but my older brother is absolutely obsessed with Terry Pratchett, or well, he was anyway as a teenager. I always saw his Terry Pratchett novels lying around, and he was the older brother that I kind of idolized and hero worshipped a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna have to read this. So yeah, Terry Pratchett, very excited for this one. And now we have an art book. We have The Art of Joe Jusko. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's got all the Tarzan paintings and smells a little bit weird actually. You know? Just Under the Moons of Mars as well. So guys, that is all for this. I think it was a nice little book haul, right? Come on, praise me. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and come back soon.